Welcome back to HB Unfiltered Sports Talk. I'm joined again by the Stiff Brownie, the intern, and the Dirtbag. Today's show is brought to you by J3 Supply Group for your hose and fitting specialist. Come on down. Very good guys. You got to meet them. We're also backing First Class Pizza, Aloha Grill, OC Boardroom, My Place Sports Bar and Grill. Sorry for that back noise. Big Rob's and Selman Chevrolet. Remember, go to Selman Chevrolet or Huntington Beach Toyota and mention the Dirtbag or Stiffy B sent you from HB Unfiltered Sports Talk, and you're going to save a lot of money. I'd say at least $3 to $4 grand.
Dollars.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. They're great. They're great.
No, I'll go with the first on that one. All right, we're gonna. Oh, and remember to go to our website, hbunfilteredsportstalk.com. Please support us. Whatever you can send, $1, $2. Real quick, I gotta stop this and throw out. You know how Sarah McLachlan starts talking and shows like a dog that's got 3 legs, or a dog missing an eye. And they want money to save these dogs, and if you send money...
Just $2 a day.
Yeah, $2 a day for the rest of my life, I'm going to get a T-shirt. Well, I got the new one. Now she's doing tigers. Tigers are being killed, and if I send money, I'm going to get a tiger calendar and a little tiger stuffed animal.
And then she has her music playing in the background.
Yes.
You don't know whether to cry.
Makes you feel bad, like you need to give your money even though you don't have any.
Biden's America.
Okay, sorry. Let's move on and go over to the intern and find out what happened this week in sports history.
Yeah, so a lot of baseball happened this week in sports history. 1923, New York Yankee Lou Gehrig hits the first of his 493 home runs.
Wow.
1934, Lou Gehrig plays in his 1,500th consecutive game. 1960, Ted Williams hits his final homer, number 521. 1976, Tommy Lasorda replaces Walter Alston as Los Angeles Dodgers manager. 1988, LA Dodger Orel Hershiser breaks former Dodger Don Drysdale record by pitching 59 consecutive scoreless innings.
That was impressive. I remember watching that.
Yeah.
1989, Boston Red Sox Wade Boggs is first to get 200 hits and 100 walks in 4 consecutive seasons. And in 2022, New York Yankees slugger Aaron Judge hits his 61st home run of the season, tying Roger Maris's AL record from 1961. And for birthdays, Serena Williams turned 42 yesterday, and Kevin Durant will turn 35 this Friday.
I can't believe Serena's that old.
Wow, Durant's 35.
Yeah, well,
Wow. Yeah, Serena, she just stopped playing, it seems like, the other day.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, I gotta mention off of a couple of these that the intern just threw out. Lou Gehrig, 493 home runs, and his career was cut short because of ALS.
Yep.
How amazing is that? Where would he have ended up, you think, in the 600s?
Yeah.
That is amazing. And then, obviously, we gotta give a lot of love. We're Dodger fans. Lasorda, what a great manager. That guy was awesome.
What a great man. Have you ever gotten the opportunity to talk to him?
Yes, I have.
He'll sit down and talk to you about literally anything. Look you dead square in the eyes. I had the opportunity to meet him twice, and the second time I met him, he remembered our first conversation.
Yeah.
And I was blown away, because that guy's meeting hundreds of thousands of people. Anyways.
Yeah, that's an amazing memory. Yeah. And then Orel, I remember him breaking Drysdale's record for the consecutive innings. Pretty awesome. But he needs to stop dancing in these commercials. It's disturbing. I mean, this kid has no athletic ability whatsoever.
Oh, gosh.
I can't even look. I turn away or turn it off.
Well, since we're talking about baseball, why don't we just jump right into it?
Yeah, let's talk a little MLB, because we have a week left.
Yep,
and
5 games roughly for every single team.
It's getting exciting. That's why we're going to have to try to get through this episode and cut it short, because it's day baseball today.
Yep. So Phillies just clinched last night, but they're being followed up for the last wild card spot by the Arizona Diamondbacks, Chicago Cubs, Miami Marlins, Cincinnati Reds, and somehow the San Diego Padres are still in the mix.
No, Padres aren't going to make it. No way.
They had to win out, and them losing the other night really screwed them. But
the Cubs, I think, have a tough road here. They got to play the Braves.
Yeah.
But the Braves are 3.5, I think, up on the Dodgers with only 4 games left. So they might take the pedal off, you know.
I absolutely agree with you, and that's something that I'm going to bring up in just a minute about what we're gambling on this weekend, because there is only 5 games left roughly for each team. In the American League, Tampa Bay got the first wild card spot.
Yeah, that's a lock.
And then it's Toronto, Houston, and the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, come on, Mariners.
Bringing up the rear. But what's crazy is Mariners have a chance to jump Houston. They're playing the next 3 games are in Seattle.
Yes, they're playing, and they won last night. If they can, oh my God, please knock out the Astros. I think that either the Mariners or the Astros play the Rangers 4 games coming up after too. So something's definitely going to happen between these 3 teams.
Well, and all of them are basically interchangeable right now in the AL West. There's only like 2 games separating all 3 teams from the one that's in the first position to the one that's in third position.
Yeah.
It's bonkers right now, but what I wanted to talk about as far as the betting stuff is concerned is right now you've got the teams that aren't, like you're saying, that have basically clinched a spot.
Right.
So they'll have their September call-up. Pay attention to the numbers of the jerseys of the starting pitchers. Again, if
82.
Exactly. If it's over, this perfect example today, I'm already on the Arizona Diamondbacks, right? Diamondbacks are in the wild card hunt. They need to win. Who are they facing? The Chicago White Sox. What are the Chicago White Sox pitching? Number 86.
Yes, they're
matter.
from their Double-A team.
Yeah, so I'm not shocked that the Arizona Diamondbacks are in the 6th inning right now, up 3-0.
Yeah.
But that's what my point is look at the teams that are completely out of it. They're going to be starting pitchers that are going to be 50. I really look at 50 or higher, sometimes 55 or higher, depending on the organization. But those are all AAA call-ups, and that's where the teams that are still playing for something, Toronto, Houston, Seattle, the 5 teams that I mentioned in the National League, Cubs, those guys, I mean, Cubs are playing, for example, are playing Atlanta. Atlantic really can't move from where they're at.
Right.
So they're going to throw a AAA guy.
Yes.
They're going to give their guys rest going into that first round of the playoffs. So that's where you look for the Chicago Cubs maybe to steal a game or 2.
Yeah. By the way, how did the Angels win a game against the Rangers?
I don't know.
Rangers need to beat the Angels. It's like playing the A's right now.
Well, that kid's on a 30-game hitting streak, right?
Yeah, he's on a 27. Sean Ewell, that he didn't play last night, but 27 straight on base, which is a record by 3 games, and he's trying to extend it. I'm hoping he's playing today and goes for 28. But they do have a silver lining, the Angels. I mean, Sean Ewell's playing well. Lahapi, he's had 8 homers in September, which is a record for the Angels in September. And they got Zach Neto, a star shortstop. So they do have some promising young players. They just need to build around and trade all their older players and get out of those contracts.
For sure.
So
I do want to say one quick little side note about Ohtani. They actually, Coors Light made a beer with a commemorative can of him hitting the home run into the Colorado scoreboard and making a black square.
Oh.
So they have on the can a black square of where Ohtani hit the scoreboard on their cans. And oddly enough, they're charging each one of those beers $17 for the number that he is.
Wow.
So it's a special can. They're only making a limited amount of them.
What, does $12 go to Ohtani's foundation?
No, his number's 17.
No, I get it. That's a lot of money. Jeez.
There's enough crazy people out there that'll pay $17 for that can just to have it.
At least
the intern being one of them.
at least Coors Light gets it and knows what to put on a can. Bud Light dropped the ball.
Yeah, Bud Gate really messed that up.
Yeah, you don't know what to put on a can.
Anyways.
All right.
So that's what we're talking about as far as baseball. Go make some money. Teams that are playing for something, especially if they're facing a AAA guy.
There you go. All right, now we got to switch to the NFL, and I know Stiffy Bees wants to go on a rant. Let's hear it.
All right, so one of my good friends, David Miller, and I came up a long time ago with Cam Newton, I don't have any balls list, okay? And I need to put the Baltimore Ravens on there. You are at home against the Indianapolis Colts, and you can't score more than, 17 points or whatever it was?
Yeah.
10 points?
Yep. He got his money. Lamar got his money. He doesn't want to play hard. Doesn't want to get hurt.
I was losing my shit in the bar. Then I go from that morning game to even a worse game. The Dallas freaking Cowboys What the fuck is going on there?
Dude, a lot of people lost in suicide on that one. 12.5-point favorites on the road against a team that you
It's
think,
horrible.
a team that wants to tank and get Caleb Williams. They don't want to win games. Joshua Dobbs is a third-string quarterback that keeps bouncing around, and they made him look like an MVP out there.
So those two teams are on my Cam Newton, I don't have any balls list.
Hey, I can add a third one, Stiffy. How about Jacksonville Jaguars laying an egg at home against the Houston Texans, who haven't won a game in like 2.5 years?
I also lost that one, but that one
37 points they gave up at home.
That one I don't feel nearly as bad about because they weren't double-digit favorites.
Yeah, but they're
Okay.
still at home, and you gave up 37 to a team that hasn't won a game in a long time,
Well, they're playing in London.
and a rookie quarterback.
They're playing in London on Sunday, so that's the 6:30 a.m.
Oh
game.
my
I
God!
know,
6:30.
I know you won't be.
No,
awake
no,
for
no.
that, but I will be.
I'm still up at that time. I don't go to bed. I actually will be able to watch that game.
I'm taking Jacksonville because they actually play very well in London. And I'm also going to take the 49ers because, let's face it, they're the best team in football right
Brock Purdy hasn't lost. 8-0 as a starter. Looks just like Joe Montana reincarnated.
now. Yep.
The guy is just Joe Cool back there.
He's only making $870,000 a year.
Yep. And you know what? They have him locked into that for 5 years. But you know what? If Brock Purdy has a great year this year, watch him. If he's smart, he'll sit out and renegotiate that contract.
Yeah, just get a little.
At
walking
least
around
throw
money.
me 10 million a year for the next 2 years or something. Yeah, you got to bump that up.
So those are my picks this week in Jacksonville and San Francisco. I probably will add another team, maybe like an Eagles or a Miami for that matter. What the heck happened to Denver? Jesus.
Oh my God! How embarrassing! Russell Wilson's legacy is at stake here.
Yeah.
If he plays 3-4 more years for the Broncos and keeps playing like this, people are going to remember him as a Bronco and not his Seattle years.
And they're going to remember what they gave up and paid to
Yes.
have him, and he's not going to be getting any free dinners in Denver anytime soon, I can tell you that.
Just like Taylor Swift stole Kelsey's mojo, that's what Sierra's doing to Russell.
Well,
She stole his mojo. He has no game, and Sean Payton's like, what did I sign into? I should have waited for the Cowboy job.
I think he would have done a lot better than our coach Stanley with the Chargers. That guy almost lost another game.
You know
for
what?
us.
This
What
guy-
is the dude? What is he trying to do?
Dude, you punt the fucking ball. When there's a minute and 50 seconds left, you've been playing defense great all day long. They have no timeouts, the Vikings.
And you're on your own 20.
You don't get it. You give them a chance to win the game. You punt the ball away. You have a great punter. Like I don't get it. And then, no, the Vikings coach jumps and stumps the coach of Stanley and the Chargers by not calling a timeout with 28 seconds left. What you ground the ball? You got a first down. Why are you going up and acting like you're going to run a play and you throw an interception with 7 seconds left?
The more I start watching, the more I pay attention to literally every single game on the NFL schedule. Because now we're getting out of baseball and we're going right into football at this point for me. There are more and more games that look so rigged. It's unreal.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
oh yeah.
every little thing you're starting to notice, and I know what I'm looking for now.
Yeah.
Where I didn't.
Right.
I started seeing it last season. Now I know what I'm looking for, and
Like how about the Bengals? The Bengals should have easily covered against the Rams. They looked horrible, but somehow the Rams pushed the 3. They come back and score. I'm with you, man. I think it's starting to get rigged, like it's an entertainment thing, and they explain that to them when they all enter the league. Hey, we're playing football. You're going to go out. You're going to give 100%, but it's somewhat scripted. It's turning into the WWE.
for sure, I agree with you 100% on that.
It's kind of sad, and it makes it hard for betting, So
That's why I tell people to do the teasers, because really taking the spread is not an advantage in any way for you.
I'll tell you what.
It's a severe
If you don't know
disadvantage.
what the hell you're doing and you haven't won betting, here's my advice: just take the underdog. Anytime you see something like, the Dallas has won by 40 points in their first 2 games, and now they're playing even a worse team, the Cardinals, and it's 12.5. Take the plus 12
Yep, I agree with you.
or the money line.
I agree with you, dirtbag.
They would have won so much money on Arizona. Probably 100 would have paid $1,100 if you took The
Wow.
Cardinals on the money line.
Wow.
All right.
All right,
You
let's
got-
get into something more fun, like
College football. College football. All right. So USC did not look that good against Arizona State. Colorado did not look good at all against Oregon. And this is an early game, 9 a.m., USC at Colorado, and USC is a 21.5-point favorite. I'm taking Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm taking the plus 21.5. I don't see USC's defense stopping Sanders at quarterback. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. This is going to be one of those, like, 42-38 kind of games.
They talk about how the Pac-12 has 4 teams in the top 15, and 4 guys on those respective teams as high odds to win the Heisman Trophy.
Yes, Penix, Washington, Bo Nix, Oregon,
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, and who's the fourth?
I thought Bo Nix was
Cameron
great.
Rising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Bo Nix looked excellent in that game against Colorado.
Yeah, he's 28 years old. The
That
guy
is-
played 4 years
that
at
is
Auburn,
true.
then transfers to Oregon. He's still there. He's like Van Wilder. He's driving around a golf cart with, Nike symbols on it.
He doesn't have a degree, but if he just finishes one more class, he'll have like 7.
Yeah, they're called doctors. Dude, he has like 4 degrees for sure. He has to. He's got to have a couple master's degrees.
So what do you like this weekend with the college games?
Okay, so
You're
Kansas.
taking Colorado plus 21.5.
Yeah, a lot of these teams in college are not impressive to me. Kansas, Texas. I'm taking Kansas plus 16.5. Texas does not look impressive. They were 10-10 with Wyoming at home. I'm taking Kansas. I'm also taking. I got to get this in because we're cutting it short here. Take LSU minus 2.5 at Ole Miss. Jackson Dart stinks. And then Utah, Oregon State. Oregon State's favored. Take Utah. They're the better team. And last one, Notre Dame at Duke. I think Duke's a little overrated. Take the 6 by Notre Dame to bounce back after being beaten by the Buckeyes.
Let's make some money.
Have a good weekend.
Cheers.